Hello and welcome to this product showcase from the Gap and AccountingWEB. This is where we get under the hood of an application and find out what value it gives accountants and their clients. And today I'm delighted to be joined by the Gap's co-founder and chartered accountant, Mark Jenkins. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Tom. Nice to be here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. So we have been hearing a lot about the Gap and its entrance to the UK market in the last few months. So can you tell us a bit about the product, first of all?
Yeah, sure. I think the Gap is pretty much four things. And the first thing that we are is a content company. So content to help accountants market, sell and deliver business advisory, business development services to their clients. And secondly, we're an education company, so we provide things like training sprints, webinars, workshops, lots of short videos to really help accountants to learn these skills. The third thing that we are is a marketing company. We provide a lot of marketing content, things like service cards and cue cards for the accountants to use, content to put on their websites, for example. And then lastly, just by default, we've become a technology company where accountants can seamlessly send products, proposals, letters to and from their clients, paperless in a seamless way. So that's the Gap.
Fantastic. So how does the product help accountants in a practical way develop their service offerings and deliver ongoing value to their clients?
Yeah, look, I think that all comes down to our three brand promises. And our first brand promise is practical and proven. So what we want to make sure is that everything that we've provided in the Gap has been used by accountants before. Myself, I've had my own accounting firm in New Zealand for 17 years. Viv had her own firm for 25 years. So we really want things to be practical and proven. The second brand promise is really all about giving accountants the opportunity to have monthly recurring business development or business advisory revenue, and our bridges are designed to enable that to happen. And the third brand promise is about soft skills for life. And we know there are many skills that accountants are very good at, and we know accountants are smart people, but there are a few things like communication skills, for example, speaking publicly, perhaps the ability to speak wider than the numbers, so to interpret the numbers from a set of financial statements and really know what it must be like for the business owner. The ability to sell without feeling like you're product pushing or being a used car salesperson. And the last thing really, that empathy, being able to see it from the client's perspective and being prepared to do something about that to help those clients to run a better business.
Sure, fantastic. So this is a product showcase, so let's dive into the product. Mark, what have you got for us today?
Excellent. So I'm in the portal now, so what I'm going to show you is what the screen that you see when you first come in. But the first time that you get set up, what you really need to do is do a little bit of admin, about 5 or 10 minutes work just to set up your firm. So you put in your logo and your branding, because the Gap is not going to appear anywhere on any of the products. It's going to be your firm logo that's going to be here. You've got to look at your pricing, and we give you a little bit of guidance around the terms and things that you can use for your pricing there. Are you going to offer a discount if people pay in advance, for example? You're going to set some targets in here. You're going to need to set up your clients, and you're going to need to set up the users of the software. So that's a 15-minute process, very straightforward. And so once we've done that, before I go into the bridges themselves, and we call them bridges because they bridge the gap from that traditional compliance space to that business advisory or business development world. So that's why we call them bridges. And the gap, of course, is the gap in between those things, and we're wanting to bridge that gap. But reminding you about the point about us being an education company, we've got all our mindset resources in here. We've got our training content in here, lots of videos and support for the accountants here. Yep. Our marketing content is in here. And the leadership section's got things like job descriptions for every role in a modern accounting firm that we can imagine, things like structure diagrams and that sort of thing. So now if we have a look at the content that you can market, sell and deliver to clients, if I just choose one, the business plan, obviously we have loads and loads of services in here, but I'm just going to showcase one, the business plan. And so we're going to dive into the content here, and you can see the detail here of how you can market, sell and deliver this content. So if I look at the marketing content, for example, what you have in here is things like service cards. So if we click on an example here and I've opened one up here so that we can see that. The service card here. So this is in language that your clients are going to understand. It's not Accountanese. It's all about what are the benefits of a business planning service. You know, what's involved. And of course, the firm logo is going to be sitting down here in the call to action. So that's the service cards. Then we're going to need to put a proposal together to be able to sell this service to the client. So we have a proposal writer in here, and this is a very, very straightforward process. A proposal takes about 5 minutes to put together. All we need to do is select the client. So Bristol Breweries I'm going to use this time.
No small beer of a client there.
Yeah, exactly. And so here we go. All we need to put in the proposal is the objectives, the measures of success, and it's a matter of ticking the boxes here, measures of success and the value. So once we've got to the point where we've completed the proposal, this is 5 minutes later, all we need to do is press the complete button, and that will create an email that goes to the client with the proposal. The system's going to remind me to follow that proposal up in a couple of weeks' time, and it's as simple as just pushing send email, and away that email goes. While that email's making its way through cyberspace, I'll go on to the next stage of the business planning section, which is to do the pre-work. So in the pre-work, all you need to do is complete all the red boxes. Who's going to facilitate the session? Where's it going to be? What time is it going to be? And then we just scroll down to the bottom. But the pre-work's asking questions like, what is your business purpose? Why does your business exist? What's your vision? What are your long-term goals? What are you really wanting to achieve in your business? What are the problems and challenges you have? What's keeping you awake at night? And so what are the vulnerabilities in your business? So that's the pre-work, and again, that's just a paperless way. We just push complete here and send that pre-work out to the client. So let me circle back now to the proposal itself, because that's made its way into the email. So here's the proposal that's arrived in the inbox for the client, and all they need to do is click here, and up pops all the detail that we've put into the proposal itself. And so all the client needs to do is scroll down, have a read of this, of course, decide which payment term they want. Do they want to pay in advance and get a 5% discount? Are they happy with the terms and conditions and the electronic sign-off here? So as soon as they've done that, they just need to press submit, and the system will remind us as the accountant that proposal has been accepted. And so once the pre-works come back, we've got to do the delivery. We've got to prep for the planning session. So how do we do that? Well, we've got to use the delivery notes that are here. So there's 8 pages of notes about what you need to cover in the planning session. There's an example business plan here to follow. You've got a business plan template. You've got minutes of the meeting to use. And so if I just show you the example of the business plan, what that actually looks like. Again, just a 1-page plan printed on 2 sides. What's the business purpose? What are the owners wanting to achieve? What is their budget for the year? What are their most important goals that they need to be focusing on over the next 12 months to get over the problems and challenges that they have in their business? So now that we've done the business plan, we've got to think about how would we actually sell one of those? So we're finding that the best way to do that is to offer a seminar, and we're suggesting here a small seminar in your boardroom, 10 to 15 people, and the best seminar that we've got here by far is the 7 Ways to Grow Your Business. It really helps clients to understand what the value of a business plan would be, what the value of a forecast would be, and what the value of ongoing coaching and accountability would be. So again, just as you'd expect, all the detailed emails that you need, the event plan, right down to the PowerPoint presentation itself that you would use, and as well as that, the scripts that you would need for the delivery notes. So if I just open up these delivery notes, and at the same time, I can see the example 7 Ways to Grow Your Business PowerPoint presentation. So again, this would have the firm's branding on it, and we'll be showing, what on each slide, the wise words for the session, the agenda, what we're going to cover, and at the same time, we've got the detailed delivery notes of how we would do that welcome, how we would do that, the wise words for the session, what we would say when we were covering off the agenda. So everything's here. Right down to, at the end of the 7 Ways presentation, the evaluation form where the client's going to tick the box, what do they want to do. If we have a look at this evaluation form, and I'm not going to complete all the details here just to show the information, they're going to tick the box either for a complimentary meeting, which I'll briefly show in a second, or they're going to tick the box for the planning or the coaching session. So making it very easy for the accounting firm client to buy the service from the accountant. So the last bridge that I really want to just dive into just briefly is the complimentary client review, because this is a very subtle sales process as a way of separating the annual accounts review process from the opportunity to talk about what other value-added services could we offer the client. So the complimentary client review, selling section, the only thing that I'm going to show is the delivery notes. And again, we've left nothing to chance. It's not a complete checklist to use. We're not a paint-by-numbers organisation. We're not a cookie-cutter organisation. But we want to give accountants the support that they need and the sorts of questions that they should be asking their clients in these meetings. Quite a new concept for many. So clients absolutely love the opportunity to have a free meeting with their accountant, and the accountant should use this opportunity to really talk about, what are the problems and challenges in the business, what are the clients really wanting to achieve, and how can they work together better with their accountants to overcome those problems and get to those goals quicker. So we're going to ask them questions about their tax obligations, what do they understand about that, questions about their long-term goals, their business goals, and so on. And so typically what comes at the end of a complimentary client review is an opportunity to send that proposal out for that business planning session or a coaching session. So now we've seen how we can use the portal. There's just a couple more things to show on our main website, which all of you can have a look at in your own time. The main thing I'd love you to have a look at is what workshops and events we have coming up. We run workshops and events in our 3 main countries, the United Kingdom, Australia and New Zealand. So we have all the details of our workshops on here. We also have details about our product. Some of you may be wondering, what does it actually cost? So we've got details of our pricing on here. And our pricing is based on the size of the firm, not the number of organisations or clients that you sell these services to. We want the accountants to be encouraged to sell as much of this as they possibly can to their clients, because that's going to help their clients run a better business. So the seats is the number of employees in the accounting firm. So very easy to get a return on investment from the gap. If you want to find out more, visit our website. You can do a 14-day trial. You can also take a tour of the portal, and we run those tours on a regular basis. So that's pretty much it from me.
Fantastic. As you said, so much in the product, and we've only been able to demonstrate just a couple of things in there. If you'd like more information, click the link below this video. That's all we've got time for today. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining us. And as I say, for more information, click the link on the box below. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.